Hey, what's up, Shakers? Captain Shake here today with another video. My video posting is very inconsistent, and I'm very sorry about that, but we're working on it. But today's video, I wanted to talk about epilepsy and EEGs. Basically, I'm talking about EEG problems, okay? EEG problems. We have all had them. It's basically like a rite of passage. Once you're epileptic, let's stick some stuff on your head and let's see what's happening. So yeah, the rite of passage in our world. So I wanted to say just a few of these EEG problems. The number one problem with EEGs, easily, especially if you have hair like me, the glue. The glue. Let's just not even get in. It's just so frustrating, the glue. So as you all know, they just stick this random glue to your head and pop these things on everywhere. And getting it off, they're nice and stuff. Like, they take it off, and then there's all this gel in your hair, and then they're like, oh, we'll try and shampoo a little bit of it off, basically making it worse. And then you walk out of the EEG thing, and you're like, oh my lord, I cannot be seen in public looking like my hair was just eaten by a rat who then slathered all over it. No. I'm like, there's always, when you go to an EEG, so this is like an EEG tip about an EEG problem. Killing it today. But, always bring a hat. Always bring a hat. Because you're going to come out of there and being like, I look like that? No. So, always bring a hat. Number one tip. Yeah, the glue is just gross, especially when they put it on too, because like you feel it put on and you're like, oh, a little cold sensation, whatever, and then they stick it and you're like, oh, this is gonna be gross when they take it out. My first EEG, I didn't really know what they were doing. I was kind of freaking out because I was nervous and everything was happening all at once. And they were just like, oh yeah, we're gonna stick these to your head. And when you're really naive and you don't know much about epilepsy, you've seen horror movies and stuff, and you're like, oh my lord, they're gonna zap my head. They're gonna put these things on and try to Frankenstein me. I'm glad they didn't do that, and I was fearing for nothing because they don't do that. For any of you new shakers, they don't zap your head and Frankenstein you. Epilepsy, that is a problem, but this is EEG problem number one. EEG problem number two. When you go in for the EEG and like you don't know what the outcome is, I always find that a problem to myself because I don't really know what they're gonna find, and I'm just like trying to do my best to be my most true self, but I also don't want to injure myself in the process. But it's like you just have to be your true self in there, and I find that kind of hard because I don't know what they're gonna say. You get the results back, well, at least in Canada, like a month almost later, and you know, it's a little it's more of the wait time and the things they put you through. That's a problem I find. Yeah, that's not the funnest thing in the world. EEG problem number three. The sleep deprived EEG. The sleep deprived EEG. We've all been through it. We've all hated it. Yeah, I don't like that one. It's just like, okay, I can sleep now. No, you can't. I can sleep now. No, you can't. No. No. It's like, I'm going to have a seizure today. Okay, let's accept it. And then once you get to the EEG, they're like, okay, we're hooking y'all up. And I'm like, please just don't let me fall off the table if I'm having a seizure. Just please. I ask the girl every single time, girl or guy, every single time. I'm like, please don't let me fall off. Please. And if I don't tonic-clonic out, it's a very good day. But like the best part is when you leave the place and you get into the car to go home. Every single time I'm out cold in the backseat. I'm like completely out. You could probably put pots together right beside my head and I wouldn't answer you. Sleep deprived EEGs are sometimes can be very problematic. But EEG problem number four. the overnight hospital stay EEG. I don't like them. I don't think any of us like them. It's just, ugh, especially when the worst part of these, for me at least, is the waiting. Because they like to induce seizures in this one, or at least for myself, they were all for the inducing a seizure thing. So they wouldn't let me take my meds. And it was just the waiting part. And it was, oh, you're just like, when am I going to pass out? When am I going to pass out? And like, you know what's going to come. You know you're going to wake up in pain. It's just, I hate that part so much. I'm like, okay, I know these are real seizures. You don't have to test if it's a real seizure or not. This stuff is real. You can calm down. But it's, I think the waiting in those is one that really bothers me and troubles me. I think it troubles most, to be honest. And also the fact that you're in a hospital. I've never, obviously, been a fan of hospitals. Who is a fan of hospitals? I mean, I've been in the emergency room more times than I can even remember. But hospital stays, I don't like. I mean, food sucks. And it's just, what do you do? And like, if you're in an EEG situation, a video EEG situation, you can't go anywhere. You're literally stuck in your walls for 3-4 days. And I am not a huge fan of it, especially because like, you can't wash your hair because the stuff is all stuck to your head. And then if you want to move to the washroom, you got a little thing over you, and you got cords all around you. Like, you got to keep, the washroom is just a real struggle in an EEG situation. Leading me to number 5. Washrooms. When you're having an EEG at home or in the hospital. At home, just moving around sucks because you got this little package you're holding on to, like, that's strapped over you with all these cords coming to it, and if you move your arm in a bad way, it rips the cords, and you're like, oh my god, I ruined the test. And especially writing everything down at the in-home EEGs, it's like, I keep forgetting. I'm like, I'm epileptic. Did you miss that? I'm not going to remember to do that every single time something weird happens, because I don't remember half the time something weird happens. It happens too much. But going to the washroom, it's like, okay, I have to hold this. In the hospital, it's like, okay, I have to wheel this. And you're just like, no, sweetie, no, stop it. It's, but I must add again, I really don't like the hospital EEGs. They're just too nerve-wracking for me. I have anxiety as well, so that helps. Basically, I just wanted to make a quick little video. Well, probably doesn't end up being quick, but just about EEG problems, as I might be getting another hospital EEG soon, which makes me nervous. I am literally already nervous for it. I sneeze. But yeah, so this is kind of a video about EEG problems. I guess it kind of shows you what to expect in a way if you're going for your first one. Yeah, but EEGs, not fun. Necessity. Basically a rite of passage for an epileptic. Yeah, EEG problems. Struggle is real. Hope everybody has a shake-free day. Love you all, and Captain out.